Basketball has been around since the late 1800s, and it hasn't always had the best rims. The backboard was easily broken by players like Darrell Dawkins, Shaquille O'Neal, and many more. On old school rims, they were bolted straight to a metal plate directly to the backboard. So if a player was to dunk the ball with 600 plus pounds of force, it most likely was to shatter the backboard. A breakaway rim contains a hinge and a spring at the point where it's attached to the backboard, making it impossible to break. Later in the video, they tried to drop a piano down and break the rim, and it still held its ground, making it a very, very successful invention that basketball needs.
But no one, not even the manufacturer, knows how much force it'll take to bring down a new school backboard. The piano will have one shot. But if it can break the backboard for the first time ever, the sound of shattering glass would be music to our ears.
Pulling the safety.
Pulling the safety. Pulling the safety.
3, 2, 1.
Multiple tape decks, high-tech monitors, as many as 20 camera positions around the stadium, feeding a high-definition signal to the replay refs.
Technological advancements and instant replay has made competitive sports such as football, basketball, softball, baseball, hockey, and lacrosse more fair about allowing the referees who are asked to make split decision calls with the naked eye an opportunity to either confirm or change crucial calls made in the course of the game that could decide the outcome. Instant replay isn't used in high school or in lower college sports. However, it is used in D1 programs and at the professional level. Though this video only shows football, as I stated earlier, it is used in most major competitive sports, starting with the NFL in 1986, the MLB in 2008, the NBA in 2010, and the NHL in 1991. Though some argue instant replay slows down the game and somewhat deteriorates the integrity of the game, it is much more beneficial to add a minute or so onto the game and have the call correct than have a quick game with the outcome decided by terrible calls made by the officials.
The common golf ball has undergone many upgrades and enhancements throughout its long life, with the first recognizable form of the game of golf being played in Scotland in the early 1400s. The golf ball has had nearly 600 years to evolve. The evolution of the golf ball highlights the major changes in the game of golf and depicts important golf landmarks during the long evolution of the game. The development of the golf club, the golf course, and the rules of the game were affected by the evolution of the golf ball itself. There has been 4 stages in the evolution of the golf ball. Although it is likely that the very first golf balls were nothing more than round rocks or pebbles, there are 4 distinct recognizable stages in the evolution of the golf ball. The first real golf ball was known as a feathery golf ball. Basically, the feathery was a leather sack filled with boiled goose feathers, then stitched up and painted. The feathery golf balls were expensive to make, easily damaged, and only privileged few who could afford to use them. It wasn't until 1848 when Dr. Robert Adams began creating golf balls out of gutta percha. The gutty golf ball was created from the dried up sap of the sapodilla tree. It had a rubber-like feel and was formed into ball shapes by heating it up and shaping it while hot. The first gutty golf balls were handmade, formed smooth, and wore 3 coats of paint, but it was discovered that brand new gutties had more of a tendency to duck than those gutties scuffed up from play, hence the practice of nicking the balls with a hammer. That's right, almost by accident, it was discovered that golf balls with improperly smooth surfaces often flew straighter and further than their smooth counterparts. Thus, the hand-hammered gutta ball was formed. These golf balls were hammered with a consistent pattern throughout with a sharp-edged hammer. Dimples were incorporated into the iron molds that followed. Less paint was also discovered to be beneficial, and paint application was reduced from 3 to 2 coats. The advent of the rubber core ball changed the face of the game of golf as we know it. This new and unique golf ball construction and design featured a solid rubber core, high-tension rubber thread wrapped around the core, and a gutta-percha cover. The more modern golf ball replaced the Gutty in 1899. This new breed of golf ball also featured a much larger variety of outer designs for improved airflow. The mesh, reverse mesh, and bramble designs gave way to the dimple pattern first used in 1908.